Welcome to the channel. This is Go Greddy, and welcome to the Earthling's Guide to Gold Medal Times here at the Michelin Raceway, Road Atlanta, in the Redbull x2019 competition race car. It is a hard car to handle, and man, you got to be quick with the reflexes here at Road Atlanta because it is scooting along. So stick around, check it out, and hopefully we can get you that 2 million in credits. All right, we got two time trials going on right now. We're going to go in the Michelin Raceway Road Atlanta. That's the one with the X-Bull 2019 in there. Minute 5.507 is your gold time. 101.682 is your silver, and a 104.619 is your bronze. Choose either the 2019 competition, the regular Red Bull car, or the 25th anniversary edition. No difference in the performance of the cars. It's just the livery. I went the 25th anniversary edition because, well, I like the liveries. That's the one I went with. Then once you get your car, get on the track and get you a good start to your lap. Here you can see I'm going to drop down into fourth, cut this corner really nice here, get back up into fifth, roll the throttle in. Very important to put the power down to the tarmac in this Red Bull car. You don't want to be spinning the tires. All right, start your lap here. Get over to the left side, and we are going to keep it planted. We are going to look for the end of these cones because we want to be turning in as we get to the end of these cones and get over to the right side of the track. You can't see where you need to be, but you need to be turning in at the end of the cones. Full throttle. Be smooth, aim for the steward shack over here on the right-hand side. Get on that curbing, be smooth, because you don't want to induce that angular momentum, that rear end slipping around, losing traction. And then as you come back, get back to the left and get ready to get on the brakes, because we're going to get on the brakes right here at the beginning of the curbing. Better to get on the brakes a little bit earlier here than a little bit late, because you've got to set up the exit. You've got to get on the throttle as soon as possible. Do not brake late here. You will push through the corner. And as you're hitting your brakes, get your eyes over to the right-hand side. You're going to want to turn in again towards that steward shack on the right. We've got to cut some curbing there. So watch, we're going to exit the corner here. Now, getting to the right hand, getting to the right. You've got to turn in quick. Got to straddle the curbing here. If you hit it square with both sets of tires, you're going to jump it. The suspension on this Red Bull car is super stiff. You've got to have one of your left tires on the left-hand side of this curbing. It's thread the needle, but you got to nail it here because it's so instrumental to your lap time right here. So then you're going to get on the throttle. You saw how early I got on the throttle there. You can even see how early the Ghost car, the top time in the world, got on the throttle. He got on the throttle so early he was actually sliding the car. So super important to get on that gas really early, and that requires a really good entrance over that curb, stable entry into that corner. After that curb, you are full throttle all the way down here, coming up. Now we're going to aim it right here down the middle. We're going to straighten this out. We're going to brake right at about the start of the curbing, maybe a hair after the start of the curbing. But I tried to stay stable and keep some left tire on the tarmac just to keep stability, and we're going to use the downforce, the aerodynamics of the car to get through this corner as fast as possible. Not going to depend on the brakes quite as much. You don't want to slow down the car too much through here and get a solid exit. Again, getting on the gas as early as you can, fifth gear, using that traction up into sixth and heading towards our next braking point. Your next braking point will be this faded line across the track there. Now, that's about where I'm trying to brake. Again, where you see my brakes being induced on the car and where I'm thinking in my brain I want to brake, there's a difference there because this car is so fast. So don't just look at where my brakes come on. You have to think of where you want to brake so that your reaction time allows for you to brake where your brakes come on the same place mine do. Remember that when you're trying to find your braking point. Go back and watch a replay your video and see if you might be braking too late, because you might be like, well, I'm braking where you are. You're thinking you're braking where I am. But like I said, the car is traveling so fast, you might actually be braking later than that. So you gotta, whatever your reaction time is where you need to determine where you want to brake. For me, I was looking at that faded line that goes across the road, and that was where I was thinking that I wanted to brake. All right, so we're hopping on the brakes there. We're gonna get down to the right of the curbing. Try again, use the aerodynamics of the car, get on the gas, let it drift out to the left, and then get on the brakes again about halfway along that curbing. I use third gear coming out this side. You got to be careful if you use third. Roll the throttle back in. Don't just stab it. You will blow the back tires off, and then fourth and fifth and on up. Try to keep the speed up in those Lesmos so you can take advantage of the aerodynamic grip that this car has. Obviously, when you see the mechanical grip, you'll feel the front end push, so you know you've gone too fast. Next braking point here, I was braking at the start of these shadows. I'm an old man, so like I said, my reaction time is pretty slow. So that's where I was looking to brake. My actual brakes come on a good bit after that. But once we're braking, we are now, as we're braking, we're going to be looking to the left. All right, so we're braking, we're slowing the car down. We're going to get down into fourth gear, going to get some rotation, looking to cut off some of this corner here, get one tire on the curbing, one in the dirt, and then back on the throttle. And then I'm going to go into fifth gear. I'm going to release it to stabilize the car as I get over that curbing, back into fifth, roll it up, roll that throttle in, do not stab it. You're pushing down on the rubber. That tire is going to make that rubber deform, and the tires are going to lose grip as you're coming up that hill. So don't stab that throttle, roll it in, don't shock that tire. Keep it tight and to the right, reduce the distance, come across the line, and hopefully you got that time you were looking for. Keep at it. This car is tricky. It's got wild grip and wild horsepower. Stay with it. You can do it. All right, one more time at full speed on the brakes at the shadow into fourth, cut the curbing back up into fifth, get on the gas, rolling it in. You can set this up wider. You can carry more speed through here to start your lap into sixth, into seventh. Now we're going to get over the left, looking for those cones, full speed, full throttle, turn in right there, get over the right, and then back to the left. On the brakes at the start of the curbing, cut it back to the right, split that curbing, full throttle on the way out, on that gas as early as possible, straighten this corner out, get on the brakes right there at that curbing, carry as much speed as you can, fifth gear throttle on the way out, looking for the light line before the dark white line, on the brakes, down into fourth, carry as much speed as you can, halfway along that curbing, get down into second, rotate the car back up into third, roll the throttle on the way out. Use that curbing on the exit. Use as much track as you can everywhere that you can. You're trying to maximize the inches, every inch of track. Now up into seventh and stay over the right, minimizing distance as much as possible. When you get on the brakes here, right at the shadows, down into fourth, again, cutting, little stab of throttle into fifth. Let the car get through there as you roll the throttle back up in fifth. Cut as much distance as you can near the end. Cross the line. Hopefully it's a good lap for you. Hopefully this helped you out. Like I said, if you did, hit the like and or subscribe. Come back, check out some more action. For myself, Go Greddy. Y'all have a great evening.